Hi, I'm Grady Kraft.
And I'm Spencer Porton, and this is the third edition of the Bronc Stampede.
It's that time of year when seniors need to figure out how they're going to pay for college and avoid being in massive debt for the rest of their lives. We go now to Jackie Wells, who spoke to students and college counselor Ed Fessler about financial aid.
Have you filed for financial aid yet?
No, I have not.
Yes, I have. No, I have not.
Nope. No.
No, I have not.
Nope. Many high school students have put off thinking about college and financial aid, so we met with Mr. Fessler to give students a jump start on their college careers. Right. What scholarships other than the Hathaway are available for some students that may not know about it?
Oh, that's a great question. There's a plethora, just an abundance of scholarships. Sometimes when kids come in, they see the sticker prices on them. They become real scared and they realize their folks haven't been able to set money aside, etc. They need to understand that the sticker price is not necessarily the real price of attendance. Really what a student needs to do is either get on our email list that comes out every 2 weeks, to see what the newest scholarships are, or come into the office and schedule an appointment.
And how can thinking about college and financial aid early benefit students?
Money. So the earlier we check on that, again, the more power students have in their control of their own future.
This is Jackie Wells reporting for the Bronc Stampede.
Thanks, Jackie. The new front entrance is finally done. Stephen Bateman took a look at the new entrance and showed us how to get in after the doors are locked.
With the addition of the new Sheridan High School entrance, there have been many questions about the proper entering and exiting procedures. One of the new safety features that came with the new addition is that the main doors now lock 10 minutes after school starts. The new entrance is just as ordinary as any other high school, and it's the exact same as it used to be before the addition. It's as easy as that, but the inside is where things get complicated. In order to enter the building from 8:30 to 3:30, there are now some added security procedures that you must take. Hey Marilyn, can you let me in?
Sure.
Thanks. It's as easy as that.
My workday has changed considerably. I don't have the traffic that I had before. Used to be we'd have anybody that needed anything in the school came to that front office.
Once the school day begins at 8:25, all the doors leading into the building are locked. And so anyone from 8:25 to 3:35 must come through the main office area and be checked in. And then the receptionist, Marilyn Pettit, buzzes everyone into the building.
Right now it's really trial and errors. If you notice, the doors are locking when they're not supposed to be locking, or some doors aren't locking at all, and we're trying to work out the kinks. People are free to come and visit me anytime they want.
There's just a huge push for school safety shortly after that happened, the Columbine situation. And so we decided that we would try to go for it. And so it's just taken us this long to be able to obtain the funding for a secure school entrance.
This new year brings in a new way about how our nation looks at healthcare. River Heidi and Corbin Abernatha take a look at the pros and cons of the new healthcare law.
The Affordable Care Act, also known as Obamacare, is one of the most controversial political topics today. We asked students and staff about their knowledge and opinions of the Affordable Care Act.
I probably don't know as much as I should. I do know that their website doesn't work very well. We're sitting in a good place in school district number 2 with our insurance, and so it really hasn't been something that's been too much on my plate.
Well, I probably don't know as much as I should know about Obamacare, but what I do know is that it's an attempt to have everyone in our country have some kind of insurance so they have access to health care, medications, those types of things, which I think is a step in the right direction. I just don't think the plan we currently have is functioning very well.
I know that a lot of the current insurance policies are being canceled because they're not meeting the new standards of the Affordable Care Act, and a lot of people are losing their policies due to that, and they're unhappy about that. But I feel that it's a good thing, because if a little bit of people lose their policies and have to pay a little bit more money, the 45 million people that don't have insurance are getting insurance, and I think that's okay, even if people are losing their policies and having to pay a little bit more money for that. I think it's better to insure the 45 million people that didn't have insurance now.
I know it completely sucks, and it's terrible because they had 3 years and a blank check to make this site, and it's still not up and running. And the people that are trying to fix the site are saying, oh, it'll be next week, oh, it'll be up next week, and it's just terrible. It's not going to work.
After doing research on the Affordable Care Act, we came up with some possible pros and cons.
Pro, pre-existing conditions can get healthcare coverage without huge increases in the insurance rates.
Con, the ACA will have negative impacts on the healthcare industry and workers.
Pro, in most cases, citizens will be able to keep their private insurance.
Con, if you're not covered by January 1st of 2014, you will be penalized with a fee.
Pro, it will increase competition among health insurance providers and will produce more competitive rates.
Con, it will raise the national debt considerably.
Pro, it will protect people from insanely high costs if an accident occurs.
Con, many people only applied to avoid being penalized.
Pro, approximately 25 million people will save money by switching over their health coverage to Obamacare.
Con, employers are canceling health care packages due to the cost.
We have some facts on the Affordable Care Act. There was only 6 sign-ups on the first day due to glitches on the website.
Before the health care law passed, 36% of Americans believed it would not affect them.
17% believed they would be better off with the law.
After the law passed, a third of Americans believed it made matters worse.
25% believed it would make things better. What do you think, SHS? There's plenty of room for debate on the Affordable Care Act.
Reporting from the Bronc Stampede, I'm Corbin Abernathy.
And I'm River Heidi.
Now we get an inside look on the Oxaparida's editor-in-chief, Allison Cruz.
He just like dug up bodies and stitched them together and hoped it didn't work out.
No! My favorite class is, it's a tie, probably between journalism and AP British Literature.
Can I do Eunice? Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm the co-editor-in-chief for the Oxapparida. I do whatever everybody else fails to do, which is just about everything.
Pay attention!
Please put that in there.
I'm gonna stay here for college, probably transfer somewhere else, and get a degree in secondary English education. Really cheap, extra large clothing, and skinny jeans and leggings. I like to read horror novels. They're all about like underlying psychological things that make you scared. I would like to live in Frankenstein because I just want to give the monster a big hug and possibly stab Victor Frankenstein in the face. I think I like this decade just because it's very progressive, and so I like the decade I live in. You know, we've got problems, but you know, everybody can do pretty much what they want. I don't really have a legacy. I'm just kind of like the person that yells at everybody.
Say no to gender roles.
Sheridan Bronc basketball is off to an impressive season. Sporting a 6-1 record, Ethan Chartier has the story on our state hopeful team.
With the 2013 basketball season underway, the Sheridan Broncs have a promising year ahead of them.
Who's going to be your toughest competition this year?
Well, I think Gillette's definitely going to be one of the best teams in the state, like normal, and also Kelly Walsh is returning a lot of players from last year, and so I think those two will definitely be some of our hardest teams that we'll play this year.
How good would you say your team chemistry is this year?
I think it's really good. We've been playing together since 4th grade on traveling teams, and we've just built this bond over the years, and I think we'll be a force to reckon with.
Would you say you have a very experienced team this year?
Well, our bench, we have a pretty experienced team. We only lost 3 seniors last year, so we have some pretty good guys coming off the bench. A lot of aggressive, and we have through the season, I feel like our bench is going to be developed more, and we're just kind of focused on playing hard and just havoc.
Well, last year with
with our young team, as Chris said, we only had 3 seniors, so we grew close together, and so this year, and we did gain a lot of experience in what we need to do this year, and now this year having the strong senior front, and we have a pretty strong junior class also. We're able to use what we learned last year and to come together as a really solid team this year. So,
what NBA player do you compare yourself to?
I guess I'd compare myself to Chris Paul because he likes to get a lot of assists, and I like doing that.
What NBA player do you compare yourself with?
I'm thinking like a Kenneth Faried. Although I don't score very much and I'm not a very good scorer, but I can get those rebounds. I can get a lot of rebounds.
I'd probably say Kevin Love. He's a good old workhorse. Just doesn't really have any quit in him, so he's probably.
Well, it sounds like the crew is going to wreak some havoc this year. Reporting for the Bronc Stampede, I'm Ethan Chartier.
Also with an impressive 6-1 record, the Sheridan Lady Broncs look as strong as ever. Sarah Latemp gets the inside look on the team.
Despite the loss of 3 coaches, the Lady Bronc basketball team has a very promising season ahead of them. We caught up with the new head coach, Jessica Pickett, and team leaders, Allison Geary and Robbie Ryan.
How do you feel about this year's team?
I'm pretty excited about what's going on. I'm very excited to be working with this group of ladies. They bring a lot to the table. They're positive and hardworking and passionate, so I feel very blessed to be working with this year's team.
What do you think the new coaching staff brings to the program?
We have an incredible staff. Coach Sinclair, Coach Lyman, Coach Stenner, Coach Ruby are all very positive, hardworking people. They're passionate about what they do. I was really excited when they joined the staff, and I think that they bring just energy and enthusiasm and heart.
How do you compare playing high school basketball to coaching high school basketball?
That's a good question. I grew up playing in Thermopolis, and that was 3A, so it was a little different as far as the teams that we played. But I think playing in Wyoming and then coming back now as a coach is great because I still have that feeling when I step on a court and I step in the gym that I just want to give it everything I have, and I think that that's important as a player and as a coach.
How do you feel about the season this year?
So far, based on the practices that we've had, I'm really confident that we're going to have another strong team. I know a bunch of people don't think that we'll be as good as last year, but I think that if we work together really well and reach our potential, then we will win state.
How do you feel about the new coaching staff?
I really like Coach Pickett. She builds good character for the girls, and it doesn't make it just all about basketball, which I really appreciate. And then I really like Coach Lyman and Coach Sinclair also.
How do you feel about your coaching staff this year?
It's a big transition, especially losing 3 coaches and getting 3 new ones. But I like them so far. They're nice, and I feel like they're doing a pretty good job.
How do you feel about your team this year?
I feel pretty good. I feel like we have a lot of potential, and we can have a lot of success this season.
What is your team goals this year?
Obviously to make it state and hopefully win state, and just get better as individuals and as a team.
What is your team motto this year?
A real motto that, like with our coaches and everybody, is relentless. But as a team, just us players, we have don't suck and then no regrets.
The wrestling team has kicked off their season strong. We set out to see what wrestling is all about.
With the end of fall sports comes the beginning of a new lineup of exciting winter sports. Among this lineup is the often overlooked sport of wrestling. Although not as popular as other athletics at Sheridan, wrestling continues to be one of the most difficult at SHS. This year's team is focusing on hard work and technique, a philosophy that has been brought in with the addition of 3 new coaches. We interviewed a few of the wrestlers and Coach Shadow to get an inside look at the new and improved SHS wrestling team.
What do your new coaches bring to the team?
We have a brand new staff, 3 new coaches, Scott Cleland, Kyle Ewing, and Casey Garnhart. And they all bring a unique personality to the team. I think it's important to have that dynamic in a group of coaches that all the kids can respond to a different coach at different times.
What are the guys doing to be better as a team?
They're working hard. We're developing a community right now within our team that with leadership and commitment, and we're just kind of driving those things home.
Here, step in, land, heat around, finish, more realistic.
How do you feel the team is different from last year?
In the leadership, I believe we have better leaders this year in our senior class, and it's trickling down towards the freshmen.
Senior Timmy Cowan gave us his thoughts on the importance of technique in a wrestling match.
Technique is a guy that has good technique will beat a guy with strength any day, because strength is just a little bit.
I asked what they enjoyed most about wrestling.
My favorite part would have to be getting really strong and looking good, but I also like all the contact and friendship that is formed.
My favorite part of wrestling is probably having my hand raised at the end of a match. It's the best feeling in the world.
So being around the guys, I guess. Just hanging out, winning a match.
I was also curious about what the wrestlers' thoughts were about the opinion of wrestling being an excuse for men to slide around on a mat together.
I'd say they're pretty arrogant and that they don't know what they're talking about. And if they want to really know what they're talking about, like, come try it.
That's exactly what it is.
Be sure to come out and support our wrestlers during their first home duel when they take on the Riverton Wolverines on January 3rd. I'm Cameron Eckerd reporting for the Bronc Stampede.
Sheridan High School has had its share of mysterious happenings.
We now have yet another edition of SHS Mysteries featuring the reports of ghosts of Sheridan High.
Mysteries, listen up, won't you please? We got a lot to do and not much time, and I can't think of one more rhyme. SHS Mysteries.
Have you ever seen any ghosts at SHS?
Not personally.
Not personally, no.
But my staff has seen a couple of ghosts.
Who else could we ask about this?
I would talk to the custodian that works down in the physical education wing at night, though, and he'll tell you some stories.
Have you ever heard any ghosts?
I haven't heard any, but they say that they've seen bottles move and etc. on their carts and water fountains coming on and off while they're standing there and nobody there.
And my cart's been moved before.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, why would that happen?
That's true.
You know, them things, you know, it ain't like a pressure situation or something like that, because they're pretty hard to turn.
Yeah.
You know, if you look at it, they are pretty hard to turn.
In the commons restrooms.
Ghosts?
Yeah, we've heard that there's a lot of strange things in the auditorium, because it's I heard it was the Sue Henry Auditorium or something.
So here we are in the SHS Auditorium. We're going to see if we can get some kind of responses from the ghosts around here. We're going to take a look through here. Oh my god. Dude, do you see that? No, seriously, turn the camera and look at that. You can see it in the reflection there? Oh my god. Are you a ghost yourself?
Sometimes I feel like one.
On a more serious note, rumors can be a huge issue at Sheridan High School. Grady Kraft and I took a look about how rumors spread around SHS. Since the beginning of time, rumors have spread across high schools like wildfire. They cause only distraction and harm towards students and ultimately cause no good. In order to take a look about how rumors spread across Sheridan High School, we started our own, about a bear on the football field.
What is one of your main goals dealing with rumors here at Sheridan High?
Well, one of the major facets of education is to teach kids to base opinions on facts and personal observation.
So how did you feel when you heard that there was a bear on the football field?
There was a bear on the football field?
I was quite frightened and I thought we were all going to get attacked.
What? I had no idea.
Oh, it was insane. It was just taking off running. I don't know. I heard that it was just mad.
Rumors typically negatively affect students at Sheridan High School because they get so wrapped up in things that really don't matter. And their focus becomes something other than school, and we want it on their studies.
I would say the rumors spread like the speed of light.
I heard it in Link by this kid.
You know, I'd like to say that I'd never been on that football field. Principal at the school and I are pretty good friends, you know. It's, you know, it's just, at some point, you know, you got to stop spreading rumors about somebody you don't know very well, you know?
Rumors spread awful quickly around here, as you guys know. the rumor about the bear spread awful quickly. I'm not sure where that started, but it sure didn't take long to get around school. It doesn't take long. We have teenagers, they like to talk, and even more so now than before, social media makes it even quicker.
Well, I heard the rumor from students at lunchtime, and they were honestly fairly concerned about that. And so I just want people to make sure that not to spread rumors.
I didn't see it.
I didn't really care.
I woke up from my hibernation for this, you know? I'm gonna need tissue. It's very upsetting to me.
How do you think the police handled the situation?
I think they took a tranquilizer to him.
Yeah, are you glad that they decided to relocate the bear?
I am. I feel a lot safer now in our school.
I tried. I really tried, you know? I'm just a bear. I'm just a bear.
Are you glad that the police decided to tranquilize it and relocate it?
You bet. We keep all the animals we can.
I feel like they could have done better things about it, but I mean, that's one way to handle it.
Do you support Mrs. Wheeler's decision to replace the bloodstained part of the turf?
No, it's the soul of the Bronx. You gotta just have the bloodshed out there.
So remember, students, check your facts, know what you're talking about, and remember, only you can prevent the spread of rumors.
And finally, we go back to Titus Brown and Jace Dolan reporting more on ghosts.
Mysteries, listen up, won't you please? We got a lot to do, and not much time, and I can't think of one more rhyme. SHS Mysteries.
So, we'll hit up the auditorium, and the athletic room, and the wrestling room at some point in the week.
Sounds great, Jace. But first, I gotta get some bugles.
Bugles! Bugles! It's getting a strong. Right here. This is where they are. Come here. They're in here. Oh, jeez.
Just kidding.
Did you hear that?
I think I need another bugle.
Wait, okay, wait.
Wait.
Try it again, try it again.
Show us your presence.
Oh wait, while we're here, let's go to the wrestling room. If there's any ghosts in this room, give us a sign of your presence.
It's all right. Come on. Let's go. We gotta go check out the athletic room and see if we can't find.
Are we okay? We okay?
We're all right.
Gosh, did you see that? That chair right there this chair just fell over on its own.
After checking the wrestling room, the athletic room, and the bathrooms, and the auditorium, we have found absolutely nothing haunted in the school.
No, we haven't. There's nothing.
There's nothing here. Better luck next time, ghosts.
That does it for the 3rd edition of the Bronc Stampede.
As always, you can find all of these videos and more at shsawk.com. For the Bronc Stampede, I'm Grady Kraft.
And I'm Spencer Porden.
Stay classy, Sheridan.